my daughter Kaylee.
Hi.
And we are at a point now that we are getting way too much milk. The baby goats are gone, most of them, and the ones that are still here, most of them are weaned. So we really aren't using a lot of milk for the babies, and we have 6 goats we're milking. We're getting about 2.5 or a little over gallons of milk a day. So now's the awesome time of year where we actually get to use the milk. We can make things from it and consume it. So one of our favorite things that we do make is ice cream. We love having ice cream. We're in the desert, and it's definitely something that the family enjoys and helps us stay cool, if you will. So to make that, come on over here. Alright, so we're actually going to make a custard, and then we're going to thin it out to make the ice cream. So what we do is use 2 cups of goat milk. And then we have, this is actually cornstarch. It's 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with a tablespoon of water, and then you just stir it up. That way it doesn't cause lumps. So if you add a little bit of water, it's a lot better as far as lumps are concerned. So you're just gonna add that. And then we have 2/3 cups of sugar. Alright, so Kaylee is just gonna whisk that together on medium heat until it does create little boils around the edge, little bubbles around the edge. It starts boiling just slightly. You see, if you guys can see, it's starting to steam. There's a little bit of bubbles around the edge, and we're getting it's almost to the point of boil. So what we're gonna do is turn it off. And we're gonna slowly incorporate some of this milk mixture into the eggs, because we don't want them to scramble on us. So Kaylee's just going to add just a little bit at a time and then stir it in. Just to get that temperature up so it's not so cold, the eggs. So you're just looking for about 5-6 tablespoons just to get the temperature of the eggs up a little bit so they're not cold. And then you're going to slowly incorporate. Once you do that, you're going to slowly incorporate while whisking the eggs to the milk mixture. Alright, perfect. So once that's done, we're going to turn the heat back on low, and we do want it just to get to a slight boil again. We want those eggs to cook a little bit, and you're going to want to stir it frequently at this stage so it doesn't get lumpy, and because of the cornstarch, you know, things will start sticking to the bottom if you're not continually stirring it. Alright, so now it has gotten to where it's just starting to get a couple little bubbles popping up and boiling, and it's gotten good and thick. So we're going to turn off the heat and move the pan. And now we're going to get the vanilla. Now it's 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and we're just going to stir that in once it's off of the heat. Alright, perfect. So, here's where we are going to turn this custard into ice cream. We're going to get 2 more cups of goat milk. Perfect. And we're just going to add that to the custard. And stir it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to make sure that this is cold before we start making the ice cream with it in the ice cream maker, or the ice cream maker is just going to warm up and it won't do its job. So we're just going to pour this back into a mason jar. And then once this cools down, we'll show you how we put it in the ice cream maker. Alright, so we already got our ice cream cooled. We let it sit there for 2 hours in the fridge. It's good and cooled, that way it doesn't heat up the ice cream maker very quickly. And now we just have an ice cream maker that actually attaches to our KitchenAid. My husband just recently bought that for me a couple months ago. Love it, because before that we just had the crank, old school style. So, Kaylee's just going to dump that in. Perfect. Now the Oreos we have crushed here, but those are going to go in after it's almost, once it's frozen. So, you just kind of set that down. Lock it, and this is going to maybe take, you can already even see it starting to freeze on the sides. This might take about 25 to 30 minutes, just depending. So I'll let you guys see that product when it's done. So it's been 30 minutes and it is about as frozen as it's going to get. So come on over. Turn it off. You're going to hand the paddle off to a little child to lick. So you're going to take it off. We're just going to add our cookies that we crushed up. Just kind of fold them in. And that is how you make ice cream. Very simple, doesn't take too long, and what I'm going to do now is put it in the freezer. So I'm just going to put it in a Tupperware and add it, or put it in the freezer for a couple hours so it gets a little hardened. You could of course eat it just as is if you wanted, but I like it to be a little bit harder, so that's what I'm going to do. So much for watching, and make sure you are subscribed, and we will be adding more recipes and just different things that we do with our goat milk. And also we will have the link to our blog below that has the actual recipe. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.
Alright, you're good.
So thank you. That's what we need.
Alright.
Alright. Alright?
I've been ready.
I'm talking to the one.
Oh. Kaylee, you need to get in.
Emily, how about you sit right there and just watch?
Alright, we're good. Alright, we're going. We're good.
Rebels. We will go.
It's been 2 minutes since this. I mean, quit. God.
How are you recording it?
I don't know. I don't.
Well, but lovers, this is Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and I have my daughter Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Shy.
Not really. All right, we're good. We're good. Go.
Hello, Goat Lovers. Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and I have my daughter Kaylee. We are in.
Go.
Hello, Goat Lovers. Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and I have my daughter Kaylee. Hello, Goat Lovers. Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and me and my daughter Kaylee here thought it would be a good idea to make some ice cream.
Kaylee, say hi. Gosh.
I can zoom in. Is that it?
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah. Okay, go. Yes, I know.
Hello, Goat Lovers. Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and I have my daughter. She is gonna help me. Okay.